Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're tuning into AMTV, Alternative Media Television Live. It is, of course, Tuesday, September 20th, 2016. Welcome to the live show. Welcome on Facebook. If you're tuning in live, make sure to like us. Helps us out. But again, to bypass the too big to fail tech monopolies, subscribe directly, alternatively, on demand at $4.95 a month, $49.95 a year. Support us, what we do, our crew, our growing operation. Thank you so much. Start your free trial, 14-day free trial. Get all of our content completely uncensored, uncut, and more importantly, totally commercial and ad-free for the price of a cup of coffee. Again, vote with your wallet. Stop supporting the Clinton News Network and support us, Alternative Media Television. We've had a great show today. Obama pushes globalization agenda at last UN speech. Maybe. That is, if he actually steps down, doesn't declare martial law, and solidify his third term here as the President of the United States, which could happen because Hillary Clinton's eye is going cockeyed. It's all over the place. I'm totally healthy. She's totally healthy, America. She's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just pneumonia. Come on. They're going to throw her in the back of a van. She's fine. Don't worry about it. She's got sinusitis, allergies. Her eyes going, caw, caw, totally cockeyed. Don't worry about it. This is the next commander in thief, folks. She's a strong feminist. She's a strong woman whose husband is still dicking around with bimbos, according to Colin Powell. As her eye is just wandering, like it's on its own, I'm looking over here. What kind of medication is this bitch on? Honestly, what do they have her on? We know she's on some kind of steroids because her face is ballooned over the last few years, but now her eye is going cockeyed, so there's got to be a new cocktail there. Maybe she's mixing drugs and meth or something too there. I mean, she looks really, really bad. She looks like death, and I'm going to get to that in one of our coming up segments here, exclusively on demand, by the way, because it'd probably just be too darn controversial. We don't want to put it out on Facebook and the liberalized, too big to fail social media platforms. They'll just censor it, or demonetize it, or dump it, or block it, or ban it. But Barack Obama's on a big push right now. His last speech, Obama at the UN Nation of Walls, he said would only imprison itself as he speaks this morning. President Barack Obama painted a dark picture Tuesday of a world divided between those who want to cooperate with the globalist agenda and those who want to retreat into division and isolationism. Yeah, I mean, God forbid the United States remain a sovereign country, you asshole. Yeah, God forbid that. God forbid we value the constitutional principles and we, secure our borders. Wow, that's radical thought there. Yeah, we definitely need to get on board the globalist agenda, Barack. Yeah, open up all the borders. Yeah, one world government sounds great. Yeah, keep, the fluoride in our drinking water and all this stuff. Barack Obama painted a dark picture, pointed a finger Tuesday of a world divided between those who want to cooperate with global partners and those who want to retreat into division and isolationism. Sexist, misogynist like Donald Trump, for example. He's a white nationalist. Didn't you know that? He's like the founder of the KKK, according to the radical leftist liberalized media that keeps letting all these terrorists in so they can detonate bombs in New York City and New Jersey. Quote, "Our societies are filled with uncertainty and unease and strife," Obama said during his final address to the United Nations General Assembly, in remarks that seemed to reflect his view of the United States as well as countries abroad. Despite enormous progress, change. As people lose trust in institutions, governing becomes more difficult, and tensions between nations become more quick to surface. In pushing back against these global dynamics, Obama took an indirect jab at Republican presidential challenger Donald Trump, declaring that a nation ringed by walls would only imprison itself. Yeah, so keeping the border open so the radical jihadi terrorists can blow up buildings and kill, murder, maim innocent civilians is somehow a better agenda and game plan than securing our borders and our sovereignty and abiding by actual constitutional law here in the United States of America. Again, Barack Obama wants you to know, don't undo this radical Manchurian candidate transformation of the last 2 terms. In fact, he would look at it as a disgrace if you didn't vote Hillary rotten Clinton. Again, Obama's last UN speech, maybe, that is if he doesn't declare martial law, or who knows, maybe Michelle will be the next president. She kind of looks like she's going through a transition right now. She's looking pretty buff. I don't know if you notice it. She's bigger than Obama. He goes on to say that we cannot dismiss these visions as they are powerful. He also defended key policies that have come under attack during the U.S. presidential election, including global trade, immigration. Of course, he hasn't shut down Guantanamo Bay. He says it's in process, but it's actually still low. I mean, they've let some of the terrorists out so they can go create more terrorism and these kinds of things, but Syria is a bloodbath. It's a total disgrace. The Middle East is worse. He didn't withdraw troops from Afghanistan or Iraq. They're still there, by the way, even though they're gone. No, they're still there. The wars are bigger, more convoluted, crazier. There's been more death since he's been the president of the United States. So he's pretty much just a total failure. By the way, if Obama didn't know, there was just a Brexit too, by the way. The people of the United Kingdom actually voted to leave the too-big-to-fail European Union member bloc. So actually, it's been a total, utter failure. But Barack Obama says, this is the time we need to unify towards the globalist agenda. That's right, globalism. It's such a good thing. We can't have a misogynistic, sexist KKK member like Donald Trump. I mean, these are the visions of grandeur here on this other side, which are absolutely insane. We couldn't have him as the president of the United States. We need Hillary to continue the policies with her caca eye, totally unfocused, which is the major headline on the Drudge Report. Again, I question, is this Obama's final UN speech? I'm not too sure. But I do know he's calling for total world integration. At the same time, George Soros to invest $500 million in help for refugees to promote this immigration agenda into Europe and the United States. Actually, the reason Hillary Clinton fell into her Speedway van on September 11 is, George Soros, he had to take a piss break. So he wasn't up here to control her, via the heartstrings. He just set things down as he went to go take a piss, and that's why she collapsed. Billionaire investor George Soros pledged on Tuesday to invest up to $500 million in programs and companies benefiting migrants and refugees fleeing life-threatening situations, by the way, created by the United States government. He announced against the backdrop of an ongoing United Nations summit in New York. Soros explained that he wished to harness the power of the private sector for public good to destroy America and Europe. Quote, "We will invest in startups, established companies, social impact initiatives, immigration policy, and businesses started by migrants and refugees to help create radical terrorism, blow up buildings, and kill innocent civilians here in the United States and demonize the Constitution. But our primary focus is to create products and services that truly benefit migrants, not the people that are actually here, but the migrants that are coming here to kill us, and host communities," the 86-year-old said in an official statement. At the same time as this UN event takes place and Obama gives his radical agenda speech, the UN suspends aid convoys in Syria after, again, the accident that made up the deadly attack on the Syrian army, which only supports ISIS. What do you think? Put your comment, question in the box below. I got to go to a quick break. I'm Christopher Green. You're tuning into AMTV Alternative Media Television. Thank you so much for your support. If you haven't already, subscribe on demand. Start your free 14-day trial, the price of a cup of coffee. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.